Hello, have you ever spotted a single crease across the palm? Maybe you have one. It's called the Simian line. The Simian line is not only rare, it can be a mark of depth, intensity, and focus. Welcome to my channel. This is Destiny Palmistry. My name is Sari. In this video, I'll be talking about the most common traits associated with this line. Whether you're curious about your own hand or decoding someone else's, these insights could transform the way you see personality on the palm. Let's bring you up a close-up. Here you go. We have this hand, left and right hand. You can see only the right hand has the Simian line. So understanding the Simian line from a logical point of view is seeing for what it is. A single line that represents simplicity, no nonsense, straight down the line type of energy. Imagine this line like a level of emotional or mental state. So it's not curved with flow like a heart line. See, my pen's working, there you go. And it's not reaching the depths, of feelings with a deeply curved headline. So it is all together one single line. The thought doesn't get lost in feelings. So therefore it's like on a different mental level to the average headline types. For that reason, many Simian liners, they can think fast, they can show courageous behavior or spontaneous behavior, either one. One of the more common traits is finding their own way of doing things. Even if other people don't see it as a logical way of doing things, the Simian line type sees it as their quickest and easiest way to do it. So again, that no nonsense, straight down the line, get the job done way of thinking. Sometimes for the Simian lines, because of that, changing careers is common, maybe often due to boredom or simply unable to adhere to certain rules that have been placed on them. So on this hand, it shows a little bit of introversion. We've got to look at the whole hand, even though we are reading this Simian line. We are looking at the whole hand. So the thumb here is showing some introversion. That thumb tucks in comfortably rather than being held sort of openly. So it's tucking into the hand. So that shows a little bit of that introversion. Then there are these extra lines. Some of these lines can reveal sensitivity, empathy, idealism. You have this extra line. It's like a floating heart line up here, but it's almost like a combination girdle of Venus, and that gives sensitivity. And then you have these what look like branch lines. It looks almost like the fate line, but it's a very common mark to have on a Simian line is to have these branches. So they are representing the empathy and idealism. So kind of like acting like a partial headline and a partial heart line, reaching towards the middle of the middle and index finger, and the bottom branch reaching towards the Mount of Moon, so representing more of that empathy. But all of these standard Simian line traits, which can be quite intense, they can be reduced if the Simian line's only on one hand. In this case, the non-dominant hand here has this headline and a heart line separate, but the headline does have a bit of a kink and it has this connecting line to the heart line. So they're sharing the energy. So it's kind of similar to a Simian line. The emotional side is drawing the energy from the logical point of view. So it's kind of like taking over the emotional thought. So that's another common thing. Another common thing is the fate line, very faint or missing altogether. Like I said before, sometimes the branch that reaches towards the Simian line looks like a fate line. However, because it's so common on the Simian lines that I don't see it as a fate line. On this palm, there is a fate line that rises towards the Simian, and then sort of based on this photo, it fades away. Maybe it's not a very clear photo, but that shows that around the age of around the 40 mark, there will be a change of mind potentially in their career or life. So basically, it's difficult to read when there's no fate line. So the career direction is not clear. So that can represent an actuality. So the person hasn't decided what they want to permanently do, but it does show a freedom-loving nature, that they're not bound by any strict boundaries in their career or any part of their life for that matter. I don't think that preference to stick to one thing and have no freedom to sort of do as they please. So that's not ideal for them. So I think the best success for someone with this Simian line with a lack of fate line is to find their passion and stick to a path that they enjoy and where they have a choice of doing things their way. And remember that many of the characteristics can be altered through other features of the hand and fingers, the size of the mounts and the length of the fingers, the curvature of the fingers, all of that come into play as well as the lines on the palm. So I hope you have enjoyed that quick video, and let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to check out my Simian line playlist. I have multiple Simian line videos on my channel here. And go to destinypalmistry.com if you're interested in reading some articles. Thanks for watching. Bye.